Gavin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Suzuka International Racing Circuit here in the glorious land of the rising sun that is Japan. Far East, 9 hours ahead. Beautiful sunny day. Japanese fans love to get their helmets on and rear wings flaps open, as Chris Bailey would say. Chris Bailey and I will be... Oh! Hello, Chris Bailey. Hello!
Hello!
Hello, wait,
Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa. The only issue that I am having just now, apart from many party issues, is the fact that your name and my name keep popping up on the bottom of the screen. And I'm not quite sure if all of the other people who are in the lobby will hear us at the same time that they are actually driving.
They will. They can mute us, but that's something they have to do. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to click to manually mute us.
Always fun and games, which is amusing, shall we say, but not great. Oh, yes! Chris Bailey!
Aha!
We're back! It's working, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Honda circuit. We have gone outside the box, as Andrew said. The box was not working. So what we had to do was we had to get ourselves prepared mentally. Monster's already retired. Is there a reason for this one? Anyway, we'll get on to it. Welcome to the Honda Mobility Land, Suzuka International Racing Course, subsidiary of Honda. Oh no, there we go. No, I am going out. Anyway, we'll get back to Andrew. 5.8 kilometre circuit, 3.6 miles. There is a championship decider that could, well, not happen this week, so don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. But it's certainly getting tight at the top after Singapore, where it was a 2-3 in the form of Calvin second and Mark in third. 23-point gap down to 20 points ultimately here in Suzuka. No idea if there's going to be rain, no idea if it's going to be sunshine. This is a bit of off the hoof, as we would expect. It has been one of those days. But joining me in the commentary box, well, I say in the commentary box, we've got outside the commentary box. We are standing in the sunshine. Bailey has beautiful sunshine all over him, lighting up his face. Oh, look, I just seen a tree, I just seen some wood. How are you, Chris?
I'm also looking at some wood, and it's fantastically big. I'm good. How are you? Good?
Yeah, survived. Just not quite sure how we managed to survive. But all dry, says Andrew and Martin. We're just watching Loppy, the floppy of the Loppy and the Alpine, coming across the start-finish straight. But yes, lots to do. A couple championship cannot be decided here. Between Calvin and Mark. There's still 78 points up for grabs. The gap is 20, so even if both of them didn't finish, there would still be 52 points possible to be gained out of Imola and La Bretagne.
Ah, lovely. Now, I've discovered the issue that we had with the comms box.
It was broke. Someone broke the door.
Yes. Now, yes. Speaking of sock smashing a door, it was one of the hash drivers. I believe it was either Red Car Rambo or
That'll be Carl.
Because they did the Magnussen don't something smash my door to Gene Haas, and they accidentally did it to the comms box as well. What a shame.
Carl broke it.
Bad Carl.
It's not Ryan who broke it, let me just be clear. It's Carl that broke it. Alex is retired. Alex has lost it. Where's he lost it? He's lost it coming... No, wait a minute here. He has. He's lost it coming out of turn two. Yeah. That's a strange place to lose it. Let's just watch the end of Floppy Loppy. Coronation Street. Deirdre Rashid is in provisional pole. No better not. Use nicknames. Oh, God help us. Connie is in first place. That could be his name. Deirdre. Don't know.
Deirdre, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Alex the second, Doris Day third, Dolores Van Cartier, Baby Hornet, she has to keep that nickname. Floppy Loppy goes seventh, Rob is in sixth, and Dare is in fifth, and Gatiana is in eighth. Championship Challenger, here comes Mark across the line and into second, 130.6, 9/10 behind Calvin, just behind him. The two championship compadres, second and third.
That's 1.2 seconds faster than Hodgie did this time yesterday in practice. 1.2 seconds faster. Sandbagging.
Conditions have improved.
Sandbagging.
No. We're just jumping on board with Morgan in the Williams as he comes down the start-finish straight into, swinging himself into the first corner. The right-hander which keeps going and going. Ultimately the first turn. Now coming up into the SE section where we start in turn 3 and then into 4. You've got to keep the car going. Kind of want to have a good solid downforce setting. No 0-1 wings here, I'll tell you that. Coming through the S curves right now. Now coming up into the Dunlop curve. He gets out the throttle a little bit there, but now coming down into Degner. Turn 8. Let's see what he can do. Lift slightly, but nicely done from Morgan. Coming now down into 9 under the bridge. And running down to the hairpin. Slight kink, which is turn 10 and then into 11. Nicely done there from Morgan. Takes a little bit of a wider line. Oh, rear end looked a little unstable there. Now coming through turn 12. This long right-hander building up the speed. 8th gear all the way up to the spoon curve. 13 and 14 here. Get it wrong on the exit of 13 will compromise you for 14, but he's nicely done that as Morgan, as he now comes down the straight. He's going to be prepping himself mentally and physically for 130R, which is coming. Does he lift? No, he doesn't lift. Morgan committed as ever. Coming down into the Casio Triangle, which is the chicane for everyone else. This is potentially... Is it Morgan's last race for 4 months? He did. I'm sure I've seen something like yeah, he does in general chat. Last race tonight for 4 months. I think people should let me win.
Well,
that's bold.
That is a bold comment. I like it.
It is a bold comment. Dumbest Hornet, 13th. There is Chris. Rob down in 14th. Carl is in the pits. Although he is just coming out. He doesn't deserve to come out because he broke the commentary box. Here is Fanning in 17th place in the Alpine. Do you know what? I'm just thinking about things. 2 Red Bulls, first and third. That's going to help.
Have we seen that before?
Well, yeah, but Corey does look fast. Like stupid. There's that tree again. I want to find out what that tree is because it keeps appearing.
I heard it's not my tree. Don't you worry.
It's not your tree.
You were talking about kinks there, and I was starting to think of all sorts. And
No. Not at all. Let's see what Fanning does as he comes across the line. 13th place. Decent from the Alpine. Here's Ryan on an out lap. Oh, it's quite busy up the top of the S's.
Yeah, he's had to back out of that. Well,
he did.
He's on that lap. He's had to back out in the corner though.
Yeah, I mean he's on his out lap, but he did have a superb Singapore race. He qualified, I think second it was that he qualified. Oh, Fanning's been disqualified for going the wrong way. Oh, he's lost it coming out of turn number 1 and 2.
He must have spun it and tried to get back on track.
Yeah.
Bizarre. So already we've got 4 cars not in the mix. Obviously, more than saw the quali ban. Fanning, Alex, and who else? Oh no, sorry, just the 3. Sorry, apologies, I can't count. But yeah, 3 cars are already out the mix.
They are indeed. Alex in 4th place. I mean, even if something does happen to Alex, I mean that would still be a great banker lap. I mean, he was only in reality less than a 10th off 2nd place, so showing some pace. Our reserve. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, you go.
No, Barnstorp has just made a valid point. Are reserve Tier 1 drivers allowed to set their fastest lap on softs or mediums?
Well, he is also a Tier 2 reserve, because he's in contention for a seat in Tier 1 or Tier 2 next season,
I think
depending on his performances these coming weeks.
He may be talking about Corey.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
Well maybe we are.
We're talking about Deirdre from Coronation Street.
Well, technically he's a reserve Tier 1 driver. So actually...
Anyway,
we will consult our stewarding colleagues. So it's a very good question, and normally we would say if you are reserving any tier below, you have to set a time on the mediums, as opposed to the soft compound tyres. We will consult. Mr. Bailey, would you mind just consulting the wider group of stewards group? Although, to be fair, quite a lot of them are in this race. Which isn't quite what we wanted. But yes, Banstorp, Toby, you make a valid point. If that is the case, and I think we have to be very clear, if that is the case, then we will likely ask said individual to go to the or allow the field to pass. We shall consider all options shortly. Ryan did invalidate in his fastest lap. Womax is there in 17th. Corey goes quickest
Corey's
again.
Just improved. He found a 10th.
On softs.
Yes.
Might not hear the end of this one, if I'm being perfectly honest. Doris gets a 5 crease split. So what's happened? Oh, they've hit each other in the S's.
They have. Now, who was on an out lap? I think Doris, based on ZRS, might have been on an actual lap. Jeannie might also have been on a lap, so maybe they'll go for a lap.
They maybe just had a moment. We will, and just for everybody's in complete transparency, we will discuss the Corey situation qualifying on softs later. I think the rules are relatively clear. I think, as always, we do want to be very open and say that do read the rules. He is showing as in terms of, and this is just being completely transparent, he is showing as a official reserve tier 2. It doesn't have the tag associated with it, but we will resolve that situation. So we will do the race and we will do the end of qualifying and we will review that situation. I'll tell you one thing though, what has just happened, Womax has split the 2 championship contenders.
He has. Ilian has a lot of pace and he's just demonstrating it for us.
Ilian, indeed. Is that a bit like Ely Coffee?
I would think more like Ely Cathedral.
Ely. That's a place as well, isn't it?
It is in Cambridgeshire.
With
geography.
I know. Bansor says so he's allowed to. There will be some discussions had, shall we say, just post this, I think, is the key thing. A lot will depend as if the individual in question is actually a tier 2, an official tier 2 reserve, and just has not been allocated the tag on Discord, if that is the case. This is an administrative oversight more than anything else. But exactly. we will confirm, let's not be said, that we are jelly people, shall we say. Hey, there we go. Ollie, oi, oi, oi. There we go. Right, 4 minutes 30 seconds exactly on the clock right now. Toby, our tier 3 champion, first champion of this season, absolutely smashed everybody in tier 3. I'm going to say this in the nicest possible way. Toby, thank God you're not in tier 3 next season. Go away. Please.
Has it, he might be doing a leap.
Well, please go and rub wheels with Mr. Chris Bailey next season.
You know what? I would very much like to rub some wheels with you, Mr. Barndor. And I mean,
crikey!
If you know, then you know. But you know, I'm sure we'll spend some very fun garage time together.
Yep.
We'll leave that there.
Martin's quick, 6th place for the Ferrari. Simba's just went into 8th, so the Ferrari pair, who I think, and I will be perfectly honest in saying this, have had a disappointing season. 6th and 8th,
bold comment. That's a bold comment for two senior administrators.
It
is true, though. It's true. It is true. It is true. It is true. As much as we are all very fond of both Martin and Simba, they are both going to be disappointed with a lot of their season each.
They are indeed. Here is Morgan. Oh, Bergen says, Chris, you're in trouble. Let's see what Morgan can do.
In trouble.
Morgan's not finished. Is that right? Everybody, literally the only one who is out at the moment is Calvin on an outlap. And Doris.
Now, lunch dinner lady Doris. Right.
He was having his dinner just before this.
Well, who doesn't have their dinner just before MRC on a Monday night? What else do you do on a Monday night? Please enlighten me, apart from I know you work, but the rest of us eat.
What's this?
Work and eat.
What's this? What's this thing that you call eat? What's that?
It's putting it deep in your mouth, taking it all the way down your throat, and swallowing. I could have said it in a better way.
I am the professional one. I have said nothing, ladies and gentlemen.
You've been to many classes on how to be a professional gentleman, and the first one went well, did it not? Tell us all about it.
It very much did go well. They taught me actually how to not insult people.
Okay, please demonstrate. I like rangers.
Your account.
Like Dracula.
Sorry, yes. I feel your pain. You must have made wrong decisions in life, Chris.
Well, you're learning. Congratulations.
Very much so. Right. Right, Calvin's on a quick lap, so let's jump on board with the Red Bull. And let's see if he can improve. Currently 4th at the moment. We'll make our Dark Horse predictions shortly. Oh, Scottish Ninja.
Hello, Scottish Ninja.
The problem is, this Scottish Ninja, Danny, and Biff, all tier 4, are like this Rangers trio. Yeah, exactly.
They are.
But you listen to them on their party, and it's all very much, oh, he's gone in there 2 times there, oh, aye, man, aye, and oh, what's he doing? All things like that nobody can understand except for me.
All I got to say to you, lad, is managers.
You're going to be cut off. And I have that power. Trust me.
Well,
I do have the power.
500 miles and walk 500
To be fair, all I've got to say is Nottingham Forest won. Leeds no.
Speaking of Leeds, Calvin, a Leeds fan, is up in the middle second by nearly 3 tenths.
He is. It's not going to get him. It's only going to get him up into second, which actually from 4th to 2nd isn't too bad at all. He upshifts quite early. Oh, he gets the rear ends completely out there. What's he going to do? He goes into second. What can Hodgie do? The championship leader at the moment, 6 thousandths of a second quicker at present.
He's up to 130R.
Yes, let's see what Hodgie can do. 2 tenths quicker. This would put him. This would put him into second if he can nail the Casio triangle. Qualifying is over. Let's see what happens as he comes across the line. No, he has.
What a lap.
He has. He's taken 2nd place from Calvin. Womax is coming through spoon curve right now. Andrew is teasing you.
He can tease me all he wants. But my showers just stay on. Womax is 10th up.
He is indeed. I'll tell you what, Alex's banker lap is pretty damn good. That's all I'm going to say.
Still P5.
He is indeed. Is Womax going to beat him though? Or is Womax going to split 2nd and 3rd? Or is Womax going to go quicker? Let's see as he comes across the line and he goes 2nd. He has indeed. He smashed
half a tenth between 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, Martin is half a tenth up at the moment in the Ferrari. Let's see what he can do as he comes into that chicane. Or that triangle. Don't worry folks, it's not a Mercedes. Martin comes across the line and just slower. Doris Day is slower. Simba's in the pits. Call Me the Brave is, he's just ran out of road. Here comes Dummies Hornet, who's a 10.5 up at the moment. This could potentially put him up into the top 10. Let's see what he can do. Welcome to the individuals who are watching tonight from Japan. We had some commentary box troubles. Carl Edens broke the door. Here comes Chris across the line and goes 10th. I did call that, exactly. Let's see what Rob can do, or Rini can do, as he comes across the line 15th. So there we
have finished the session.
There we have it, folks. Corey takes provisional pole positions with Womax in second. It's Red Bull Powertrains 1-2, McLaren in third of Mark, Calvin in fourth, Sociopath in fifth, Alex in sixth. He only had one banker lap before he spun out at turn 2. Martin takes 7th, Doris Day takes 8th, Simba takes 9th, Chris takes 10th to round out the top 10. Call Me the Brave follows in 11th with Morgan alongside. Morgan in his farewell race for Williams for the next few months. Loppy and Gatti in 13th and 14th. Robin Dolores 15th and 16th. Carl, the one that breaks commentary boxes, is 17th at Monsters, 18th at a qualifying ban. Ryan 19th, Fanning 20th. I'll tell you one thing, right? Ryan and Fanning on the back row of the grid. I'm excited by that. But bugger the top 4. I want to see the battle at the back. That's real. That's really what I'm showing.
Well, that party chat that contains Carl, Ryan and Fanning, we know that those guys are good friends in a little group together.
Oh, completely.
That's going to be exciting. I'll keep an eye on that while you keep an eye on the front. How about
yes,
that?
That's it. Ghost Rider is in the chat for this evening.
Hello, Ghosty.
Yes. T2 Championship hitting up means hotting up. Unlike in Tier 3 when Barnstorp exposed himself and seen how quick he was. Doris Day, 5th place grid penalty for that contact with Rob. Monster, hey, what about me? You don't get any support. Scottish Ninja, you are troubled. All I've got to say, 9 points. So, Chris Bailey, what is your dark horse prediction for the race?
Right. I'm going to be brave here.
Martin Brundle's got a cowboy hat on.
I'm going to go with Sociopath to take a win. Be bold, something different. Sociopath.
That is
bold.
bold.
Sociedad.
That is bold.
It is, but you know,
flawed, but bold.
Well,
yeah,
just like a 2-bedroom flat, it's flawed.
Brundle has a cowboy hat on in his YouTube picture.
I would like to have this hat. Woody.
Woody.
I'm going to call him Woody from now on.
Brundle, Tier 4 runner. Brundle. A little bit more cloudier today, but still nice and sunshine. The Ferris wheel going round and round like a record baby. My dark horse is Alex.
Oh, Jarek? Yeah, we know how quick Alex is. Yep. We all know he is rapid.
Brundle. My Halloween costume. You like it? Yes, we do.
I love it.
We do indeed. Toby, we will conclude on that after the race. I think we need to have a couple of conversations with a couple of people who are racing at the moment, so we'll confirm on that post-race. If we decide that the said individual in question has broken the rules, then we will take the action that is relevant.
I've just been flicking through the information, and I do believe from a conversation I had with Martin on Saturday or Friday that there was a view to have him as a reserve for both tiers. But of course, we will confirm.
We shall confirm. There's your tyre runners. Interesting one. Andrew's gone for the softs. Now, this circuit is quite high on degradation. It's going to be an interesting one to see. He's going to be rapid on the kind of opening laps, but he's then going to start to fall down the pace. He has to hope that he can get to maybe lap 8 or 9. Funnily enough, pit stop tyres come up. There you go. I was going to say 8 or 9 and then stick the hards on. That might even be pushing it a bit.
Yeah, to be honest with you, 15 laps on the hards, 12 on the medium is a fair stint. 5 laps on the soft is probably a realistic amount.
Yeah.
It's such a hard track on tyres.
Yeah.
As you say.
Or the longer that you try and go, then it may work out. It may not, but it may.
It's a hard track to overtake, so really getting... I mean, if Monster thinks he can go a long distance on the hards, getting on the hards early, getting that undercut, could give him a lot of time.
Corey and Womax just about had a little tete-a-tete going through 130R there.
Oh yes.
But we shall see. Right, so Dark Horse, you're going for Sociopath 5th, and I'm going for Alex in 6th. Now, on was it Friday or Wednesday? Can't remember, but whoever was doing one of the commentaries last week, decided that their dark horses were going to be those in first and second. Now, the principle of a dark horse is not the ones who are fastest and potentially the championship leaders. They are the ones who could potentially come from behind and win. Alex is overdue a win. He had some cracking pace in Japan. No, he didn't. Well, he has. He's had some cracking pace in Singapore. That's it, exactly. But we are getting ready, ladies and gentlemen. The grid is forming up. Fanning is in place. Therefore, we are at the start of 5 red lights coming into Suzuka. We are on 5 and we are underway here in Japan. It's a great start. It's a little bit bogged down though by Corey. Womax is already alongside. Mark is there as well. Look at the McLaren on the right-hand side, and Calvin's trying to go up the inside. Mark's got to watch. He doesn't want to get tapped behind and potentially lose lead. Calvin's now in front of him. Womax in the lead right now. And Alex already passed Sociopath up into 6. Doris Day has dropped slightly. Baby Hornet has been passed by him as well, but everyone looks to have got through nice and cleanly.
Indeed, Corey really didn't get a good getaway and Womax was ready to pounce.
He was. Corey bogged down. He actually looked as if he'd go, oh, one of the Aston Martin story, one of the Alfa Romeos has gone round, and that's Baby Hornet into Loris. Oh, it's not good. But, and we'll come back to that, Corey bogged down in the actual second part of the start. It just didn't seem to get anywhere. Mark was already kind of trying to go alongside of him. And that is where we are. Fanning has left the session. Is that connectivity? Issues. Yeah, connectivity issues. Baby Hornet, does he have damage? Funnily enough, no, he doesn't. Not visual damage anyway. But there we have it. Right, look at the gap.
Straight here.
Yeah,
so that would have made it hard for Hodgie, which obviously benefited Calvin in that one.
Yep. Look at the gap though between the top two, down to about 2/3 of a second.
Which is behind Calvin. Look at Hodge, and then of course Alex, Sociopath, and Singletrack, all just behind Calvin.
Yep. We are getting there. We'll keep an eye out for them.
Hodgie's having a look. Oh no, Calvin's got enough straight line speed. Probably
no, it would. Indeed, it's a little bit early to be looking for the straight line speed down the pit straight. So again, we will keep an eye on that.
Indeed.
What else is happening? Just so Sociopath is there. Alex is in 5th at the moment, sorry. So 5th and 6th for our 2 dark horses. There's the tyre strategy again, just to reiterate. Calvin, 2.3 behind Corey and Womax already. Just shows the pace. Or that Calvin actually knows he can't compete potentially with Corey, based upon pace and qualifying, and he's actually just quite happy to, I'm not going to say back the pack up a little bit, but that could be a win.
His fight is with Mark. His fight is with Mark. He does not need to worry about any other driver.
No, he doesn't.
It's just Mark.
No, he doesn't. Tell you what, Martin's just went round what looks like the outside of Sociopath, coming out of the hairpin and into Spoon Corner. Nicely done.
Important move for that. It's a very hard track to get a move done. If you get the chance, you've got to take it.
It's an important move for the Ferrari team.
It is, but again, because of the struggles that you alluded to earlier, which are very much accurate, the team's not had the best standing in the constructors either.
No, they've not, and I think this is ultimately what is going to be the key here.
Indeed. I've just jumped on board with Monster because obviously he's on those soft tyres.
Up in 15th.
Yeah, he's got all over the back of Stu, and in fact he's lining Stu up down the main straight, and he might get Doris at the same time. He's getting them both on the main straight.
He is as well.
Monster adding
there we go.
P13 is turn 1. Great move.
Exactly. Remember, Suzuka's only got 1 DRS zone, folks, so and it's not, as you said, Chris, it is not the longest pit straight to make a move unless you are really, really close, so you're going to have to try and make some passes whilst you can.
If Formula 1 Motorsport are listening, get a DRS zone out of Spoon up to 130R. Get a DRS zone there, please. We could use that.
Great. Fanning back in the race. Good news, everybody. What this needs is a bit of a safety car to just bunch the pack up for Fanning and Baby Hornet.
Monster having a look at Brave into the Kamikaze Kobayashi hairpin.
Well, he's got to make the... I mean, I kind of got to say it. He's got to be brave.
He does. He's got to be the opposite of Diesel.
Yes, exactly. Because his tyres will not last forever. He's going to try and go up the no. He's learned. He's learned there. You don't go up the inside a spin like that because you're only going to end up turning one way, and that's going to be facing where you came.
Morley, if he can get to say lap 20, sorry, lap 8, 7 or 8 is an ambitious target. If he gets to lap 7, he can take the hards to the ends.
Mark,
get the undercut on everyone.
Mark and Calvin. I mean, Mark must have near enough had a little moment because he was right coming up quickly to the back of the Red Bull. I'm not going to say one braked earlier or one out braked each other, but they got by crikey close, and that's just allowed Calvin to pull away slightly.
Jonas Hornet tried and failed to get past Sociopath down the main straight. Both had DRS. Yep. It was just null and void. Yeah,
Sociopath's kind of falling down the order though at the moment from his fourth qualifying spot.
Indeed. Doris having a look at Stoob through the S's. Got to be careful there. And they've got Genie in close quarters too. Ooh, Genie nearly loses it just as I looked at him. There's a curse for you.
Yep, I was about to say, you have caused issues there. Gatian up into 10th, Call Me the Brave 11th. Still staying in front of Andrew. Let's now just look back from the Mercedes Thomas Hornet up 3. Doris down to 16th now.
Indeed.
Let's see what Andrew can do. Just maybe the grip's beginning to go ever so slightly. Ryan's had a moment.
Easily done. Coming out of Degner 2, I think he got a bit too much curb on the exit. That exit curb on the second one is horrible.
Yes, indeed.
Sliding a skateboard.
Andrew is trying to line up Brave, but he's just not got the pace at the moment.
He might on the start finish straight. Brave is almost in DRS with Gatian. In fact, he is in DRS Gatian.
We're on board with Andrew at the moment. Let's see as they come into the Casio triangle. Nicely done. Corey 133.9, fastest lap of the race on those mediums. Andrew slightly taking a different view on track limits. Corey has passed Womax for the lead as well. We are monitoring. Yep, that's what we are staying with, folks. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. Oh, he's got to get out of the throttle there. Andrew will just be glad.
He'll get on the exit though.
He will indeed. No, he won't. I thought he might have as well. He's absolutely all over the back of Brave right now in that triangle.
He's got so much more pace. Even with these soft tyres going off, he's got pace.
He does indeed. Interestingly, the Ferrari splitting their strategy. Martin on the mediums, Mark on the hards. So we'll keep an eye on that. So yes, Womax has been passed for the lead by Corey.
We'll say out of DRS to Calvin, which is another crucial thing for the race. Can Calvin catch Womax now?
Yes, indeed. We'll see, and being completely transparent, said driver in P1 under investigation for the use of soft tyres in qualifying. Got to be said, just in the interest, if you're reading the YouTube chat and wondering what is going on, under investigation. We should just have the wee banner that comes up on top.
Oh yeah, the orange logo and then the little orange circle next to the name.
Yes, that's it. Under investigation. He's doing well, but as I said, he's got really slow because Womax is now about to have a go down the inside. There we go. Womax passed him. Corey got all out of sorts. Coming out of the Casio triangle.
Indeed. Monster might be about to make a move. No, Brave's got enough. Brave's got DRS again.
I'll tell you what, Mark's going to have to watch it though, because Alex is the one right now who is challenging.
Indeed. I've just noticed Gatian is dropping off of Sociopath quite quickly and dropping into the clutches of Brave, which is keeping him ahead of Monster right now.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Lorpy is having a quiet race right now, but he's just behind that Ferrari duo who are chasing Alex, he's chasing Mark, he's chasing Calvin.
Yeah,
Lorpy's just gone wide! I'm just not mentioning people who's gone off at Degner too. Oh, sorry, Lawrence.
You're the one to blame. You are the one to blame. Two Ferraris. Just ticking along. Calvin, 3 seconds gap to Corey. Let's just jump back up to the man in the Red Bull. Nice helicopter shot there. Coming down the back straight, coming into 130R. Corey will get DRS coming down the pit straight, but fundamentally it's just a bit of a tit for tat here.
Indeed. You don't want to use too much ERS purely because it's so hard to regenerate here, despite a lot of rate zones. But, that said, if you don't use it on the straights, you're a sitting duck, as we're seeing here.
Let's call it.
Rumax is a sitting duck. Ooh, Corey's a bit wide, but just keeps on track.
Interestingly, they are almost equal in ERS, 41% to Lumax 37. Scott and Corey's lost it! He's absolutely lost it! Let me tell you this, boys and girls, you can be quick, you can be fast, you can be Lightning McQueen, but if you can't keep your car on the road, you're going nowhere.
Was that a rendition of Mika? I can be brown, I can be blue, I can be green, I can...
You can be anything you want to be, but if you end up hitting the barrier, then, well...
You can be anything you like.
Well,
just
you could be quick into the barrier, exactly. It doesn't get you points. Points make prizes, ultimately.
Surprises, surprises?
Surprises from our very own Liverpudlian, Thomas Fanning. Right.
Indeed.
That's kind of taken one of what was the closest battles on track, actually. Everybody else, the only other one that I just want to go back to, and you've mentioned it before, is Call Me the Brave and Andrew. Andrew will be fed up looking at the back of that Mercedes right now.
You will. Although, I just noticed Alex is starting to drop off on Calvin and Mark. Mark slows up to Calvin. Calvin's out of ERS. Mark's still got 60%. We could see a move here from Mark into turn one.
It could indeed. We will come back to that. We just want to see what Andrew can do. Andrew's using his ERS right now. He's looking. He's not going to be able to make a move. Surely not.
Hodgie's going to get a move now. Hodgie's going to get it.
Just jump back up.
He is indeed. Outside, down the main straight.
There we go.
Nicely. Easy move. Calvin low on ERS. Hodgie with ERS. Job done.
Done and dusted. Oh, his Calvin's gone back up the inside. Oh,
that was brave. That was very committed from
was.
Calvin. Mark left the door open. Calvin sniffed.
I'll tell you one thing. That was there's commitment and there's ooh, and that was
fair play to both drivers there. Both drivers kept that fantastically clean.
They did.
And fair.
They did as well. Corey in the pits. Damage to that front wing, most likely caused by a little bit of over exuberance on the right foot. Alex is beginning to just gain back a little bit.
He is.
So we'll keep a wee eye on that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are thinking, where's the intervals gone? I've removed them for now to give you more of the action. Certainly. And look, guess who just suddenly turns back up? Toby says, please put the intervals back on.
Toby's got a sixth sense for what you're about to do.
Exactly.
I think he fancies you. Toby, please confirm.
Pits confirm, box.
Getting Gauss, box.
There we go. Single track in 5th place, Simba in 6th place. You can tell the differences just by looking at the map. That's the difference at the moment, especially with some of these camera angles. So the Ferrari just beginning to gain now. Alex going to be gaining on Calvin. So let's just jump on board with Alex in the Aston Martin as he comes down the pit straight. He's got a great run in Calvin. Calvin just doesn't... I don't know if it's maybe just he doesn't quite have the grip coming out of the triangle. But I don't know.
Sure, but he's very low on the ERS as well, which is crucial. But look at Alex.
Yep. Fanning's left the session again. Unfortunate connection issues. But Alex Calvin flashing on ERS.
As is Alex, to be fair. Alex is almost 1 hour as well.
Yep. Martin on about 14% right now.
It's so hard to recharge here, and the urge on every straight, being how hard... Oh, Alex in the off shot there. As hard as it is to overtake, you want to use it on every straight you can.
You do indeed. Nicely done. We're just on board with the Ferrari, a single track right now. Martin absolutely just trying to gain on Alex and co. Womax, though, is slowly kind of been reeled in a little bit.
Oh wait, shout out to Monster. It's lap 9, he's still on that soft tyre. He's starting to drop off the guys ahead of him. He does not have the pace anymore. But crucially, he's bringing himself a nice window, having got up to what is now P11.
He can put the hards on.
From the back. He can put the hards on, like everyone around him is already currently on. They're on the medians. He'll get the undercut. Monster's in contention for some points here, some solid points.
He is indeed. Let's just have a look at the man of the Calvin. Calvin 0.6 of a second behind Mark at the moment. Alex is gaining as they come down.
Too soon. Dumbest Hornets just passed Monster on the way down to 130. I'm sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
box, Andrew, box.
Exactly. Let's see. It is all status quo at the moment.
Andrew's listening to me.
Is he going onto the hard compound tyres? That's going to be the key question. Has to.
Speaking of Haas,
16th
Ryan,
and
red
18th.
car's 18th and bit 16th, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Carl broke the commentary box door, so
He did.
shocking.
He did.
Shocking.
He
Right.
admitted it before the race. He told
He
me.
did. 1.9 seconds the gap between Womack and Mark Corey. Well, do you know what? I've said it before, I'll say it again. You can be fast. Keep it on the black stuff. 1.6 seconds. Womack is beginning to lose time on
Doris
the guys
round.
behind. Doris is round. It's unfortunate for Doris. He had a really good qualifying. Yes, he had a 5th-place demotion, but he had a really good qualifying, fanning back in the race. Good to see.
Hodges nearly in DRS of Rumax, by the way.
Yes.
The medium tyres starting to phase out. The hards
They
are
are.
coming good.
They
They're coming
are.
hard.
10 laps. There it is. Tier 1, Tier 3, Tier 4 and MRCX. The mediums beginning to lose their spark.
Oh yes. They will 12 laps is comfortable, and any more than that and you're off the cliff. The
Yep.
hards will go anywhere between 13 and 18 depending on how good you are to them.
Yep. Let's see. So I don't think Hodger gets DRS this time.
We'll be
Let's see.
close if he does. I think he might.
No, he doesn't.
No, not this time. Next lap he will.
Next
Hodgie with a
lap he
personal
will.
best 34.0.
Good end there.
Crucially,
Let's see.
Calvin didn't have it on Hodgie either, but Alex had it on Calvin.
Yep. Martin is also just outside that magical DRS. Simba has got his hands full with a Mercedes behind him. Loppy there. Loppy's kind of at the start of a train which just tends to go back to Rob, to be honest.
Doris
Doris
is
has
around
had
the
a
corner
moment.
again.
Yep. Corey sits another fastest lap. Again, though, gotta keep it on the track.
I think it's about 24-25 seconds of pit stop, so as it stands, he'll still be 8 seconds off. Rumax, Mark, Calvin.
Martin's had a moment. Martin has had a moment, and we've
Martin
got
did
a vert. No, we
No,
don't.
we don't. No.
No.
He's lost
Yellow
it,
flags.
technically.
He has indeed. So we're going to get excited for a moment there.
His tension was building in
It was. Marinello
Rumour
are
has it.
not happy.
Rumour has it Fred Vasseur and the Italian mafia that run Ferrari are displeased in Martin. They've said it's very Mansell West of them turning to Ferrari and not performing, and they are rumouring there's rumours going on that they are divorcing him.
I'm so glad you said that. You go ahead. You make these comments.
Rumour has it that they are tearing up his contract unless
Womack's in the beds.
Oh, indeed. Unless Martin can deliver some stellar Scooter Rare performances, they may rip up that contract and get him
Alex
out of
has
there.
passed Calvin as well.
Ooh, that's crucial for the
That
championship.
is crucial for
Calvin
the
did not
championship.
want that.
No, he didn't. No, at all. And remember, all top 3, 4 are on those hard compound tyres. So Sociopath in 5th is the first on the mediums. Womack has come out in... Is he going to come out in 11th? Yes, he does. No, he hasn't. He's come out just behind Carl. That's not going to be what he needed either. If he'd got out just in front of Carl, he would have been really happy actually, because he would have had a nice 9 or 10 second gap. But right now, the gap between the top 3, 1.2 seconds.
Indeed. Coming back to Corey, obviously he was in that mix before his incident with the wall. He's now he's 6 seconds behind Womack despite those stellar laps on the new tyres. So there you go. He's probably more like 7th or 8th place net after all of this.
He will indeed. Doing well. Let's see what Alex can do as he now comes down the back straight. Tell you one thing, the hard compound tyre runners at the moment will be probably thinking, I could do with a wee virtual safety car in maybe 3 or 4 laps time.
Is that a request? I mean, we
No,
can
no,
ask
no.
Michael Massey to implement such a
No,
thing.
it's alright. I've already nobbled him, so it's fine. Can I just say, my dark horse is 2nd.
He does need to pit though. Fanning's
Fanning's retired in
he's
the pit
pits.
lane.
He's in the
Yeah.
pits, yeah.
And
I
he
think
did.
he might have connectivity issues.
Yeah. and rather that than keep on going. Alex now down to 0.3 of a second.
Indeed. This is getting close. Alex, as you said earlier, does look like he's got pace. His big issue, though, is...
Oh, he spun it!
Oh, he's gone, no! Oh, well, his big issue was going to be that the guys who've already pitted are closing in and going to have a net lead, but his bigger issue is he's in the wall.
That is the third time this race you have done this.
Well, what are you trying to say?
Are
you making accusations?
I'm not making accusations. I'm telling you, you have jinxed 3 people in this race. Every time you've talked about them, they've had a moment.
Wow. So, Mark and Calvin, the championship leaders are first and second within a second of each other. I'm talking about them.
Yeah, but you were praising Alex a minute ago, and every time you praised someone, it goes wrong.
Mark and Calvin are doing brilliantly out front in first and seconds. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you know who'll be loving that right now? Because Mandy will be listening to us, and she will be relaying that information to somebody who's just 6 seconds down the road and going, Chris
He'll be
is...
licking his lion lips.
Yes, so we'll do. Is Sociopath, though, going to try and line up the Ferrari? Is Sociopath going to pit on those mediums? Yes, he is. He
doing
pits.
a great job.
Tell you what, Alex, for that spin, despite the fact that he had to spin because of you, he's still fourth.
Yeah, well, he is, yes. Although, when the pit stops are completed, I imagine he might drop a few more places down the order than he'd like.
Yes, but still, let's look on the positives.
Always look on the bright
Side of life. To be perfectly honest, the rest of the race is a little bit...
Sociopath is in. Obviously, as you mentioned, he's on the hards. That means there's only one driver on the grid not on hard tyres. It's Baby Hornets.
Indeed.
He will have to pit again, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and he gets a penalty. Right, this curse continues.
So that's the 4th time.
Well, is it? It might be more than that.
Oh my God! Martin and Andrew were having moments going through the S's. Oh my God, that was bold.
Martin on 2 lap newer tyres than Monster. Actually, that's interesting. Martin's behind Monster. Monster was a lot further down the order than Martin was.
Yes.
I know he had his spin, but Martin really will be gutted.
He will be.
To see how far he's dropped down.
He will be. Hodgie 1.2. Ahead.
I think we could be seeing Calvin in this or next lap. I've got a feeling.
Yeah.
The undercut is very powerful, and Calvin is one of the best in the league when it comes to tyre preservation.
Yeah, but the problem that they've got is they need to build up. What are we thinking? It's about 25 seconds. So if they both pitted now, they would just come out in front of the Haas, behind Rob, but they'd have a decent enough space.
Now's the perfect time to pit, actually, if you think. Then this lap's perfect. They need to come out ahead of Carl in P9. That is vital.
Yes.
I think it's about 25 seconds, but I might be a couple of seconds out now I think about it.
But, even so, there's still the worry of safety cars. And if you're Mark and you pit, or Calvin and you pit, and then there's a safety car, yeah, kick yourself. So I wonder if they're playing the long game. It'll be depending on how good the tyres are as well. Could they try and maybe go to lap 20 and stick the softs on?
It's doable. I mean, we've seen Monster take the softs.
A Monster did it. Yeah.
But are you risking going for a strategy that could cost you track position and leave you work to do later on? That's the flip side.
Well, Corey has passed Womax. So Womax was the race leader, remember, before the pit stop. So, but Corey did have to pit earlier for that.
He's got to pass bits. He's got to get past bit, and we all know the Minister of Defence.
Calvin's in.
Ooh, Calvin is in. So I did say that Calvin would be in the following lap.
Let's check. Ryan's retired.
Out. He's lost it.
Oh, it's a full safety car. Did I not just call it?
No.
I just called it.
No. Now, Ryan's lost it at a very difficult place. He must have caught the curb on the exit or did the wheel on the gravel on the exit of that long, fast left-hander.
I literally just called this.
So now I'm not the jinx.
No.
This
This isn't a jinx. You cause people to spin or get time penalties. I have said that could you imagine if said individuals pitted and then there was a safety car? There is.
Well, you know what? There is a slow vehicle on the track which is designed to be safe.
Slow vehicle on the track. That is absolutely no way to talk about.
Yeah, we need to be careful with slow vehicles on the track at Suzuka. We need to be very careful how we discuss that.
Well, no, I was going to say that's no way to speak about a driver on the track right now.
Hodgie doesn't mind being called slow every now and then.
Well, right now he's got a 22-second lead, which he will come out in front because that's reality.
Yes, he will resume first. Calvin will stay second, and right now, Corey Barber has just pitted for a set of mediums. He's dropped down the order. Monster P11 Barber he's a sitting duck with those old hards. Everyone behind him is on brand new mediums. Everybody behind him. So Monster P11 currently could drop down. Same for Gashan and P9 as Harji does pace.
That was always going to be the case.
Yes. Mandy wants to see the tyres. We have the tyres, Mandy. Don't you worry.
We've got the tyres. We have the
tyres.
Do not panic with anything. There you go. Tyres.
Just talk about tyres. Mandy's on the ball. We know this.
Indeed.
She's just feeding back information to Simba. Mandy. She's
race engineer.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Race engineer.
Right. So Simba's now P3. P3, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, to be fair,
he was a bit further down earlier on. He's on the mediums. He's in contention for the win here.
He would deserve a very good race, given some of the more recent ill effects, shall we say?
Yes, he's been involved in some very difficult incidents lately.
Yes, indeed. Right. Here's the question. 10 laps to go. 10. Thoughts of the race in general? That's me asking you, Chris.
Sorry, I was just taking a drink. Apologies. It's quite steamy in this not booth commentary box.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Take a quick drink.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna just whilst you do that.
Yes, I'm back. I'm
going to bring us on to the safety car chat.
Oh, here we go.
So the oldest company in the world is in Japan. It is a company called Kongo Gumi. Established in 578, and it's
578.
Yes, it's been there for what 1440 years. Specialises in the construction of temples and shrines. So there you go. It's the 11th most populated country in the world, 126 million, but since 2011, population has been noticeably declining. Some say it's due to expensive childcare and the difficulty in finding well-paying jobs. But the Japanese do tend to live the longest in the world, 84 years old. 3 years higher than the UK. You talked about vending machines last time, so we won't talk about them.
I did. I had a special vending machine topic.
You did have a special vending machine topic, yes, and we will not go there again. Professional commentary duo this is. None of the filth. Now, do you like coffee?
No.
Well, this will not interest you, but it will interest those like Martin Hills. Japan imports over 80% of Jamaica's annual coffee production. 80% of Jamaica's exported coffee goes to Japan. Coffee known as Blue Mountain, highly sought after. It's only grown on small family-run plantations, but at elevations of over 7,000 feet. That is the key thing. The gourmet brew boasts mild flavours and lacks the bitterness. I have had Jamaican coffee, and I have had Dominican Republic coffee, and I can tell you, Dom Rep coffee, all the way. All the way. Now,
More of a tea man myself.
I like tea, but nice coffee. Do you fancy some horse?
Always.
Always. Well,
I mean, the correct answer was nay, but...
well, yes. Horse for courses. Basashi is a popular regional Japanese dish. And it consists of raw horse meat slices with ginger and onions. So,
Is it weird that I like the sound of that?
well, yes, it is. Although apparently you're not to be trusted by Martin Hills because you don't drink coffee.
Martin Hills, well, I'm sorry, my friend, but I love the smell, but the taste... no.
Safety car in this lap? No.
9. It should be, but it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a late
Wow.
call. It's a late call. Oh, that was that. That caught
There's one
people
for the books.
napping. Yep, that caught people napping, ladies and gentlemen.
Not like the coffee.
Nope. We are gonna clear the screen of everything. Calvin is getting alongside Mark. Mark's gone. He has caught Calvin napping a little bit. We've caught the whole grid napping, to be perfectly honest. But there we go. It is. And he went at a period where actually you wouldn't have necessarily... Oh, we've got that lovely camera view again. But you certainly wouldn't have put it past him. But there we go. Simba in third place. Worst are people that will drink any coffee no matter how rubbish. Fully agree, Mandy. Fully agree. Wumax, who was the race leader before all of this, remember, is in fourth on the hards. Alex back up to fifth, so keep an eye on him. And your dark horse sociopath in sixth.
Exactly. There's a long way to go in this race. Still another 9 laps of chaos could commence.
Monsters had a spin.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's give Monster can come back.
Exactly. We shall see what happens.
The biggest
Talking
loser
of-
from this safety car is single track, without any doubt. Although he's
He
just going
is.
to move on Lorpy. Oh no,
Yes.
Lorpy's
Oh,
back.
Alex and
Alex has passed
Wumax.
Wumax.
Yep, that is
Wumax
exactly
on the
what.
tyres.
Yep, Alex needed to do it. He needed to do it because he's already 1.2 behind Simba. Alex is the man on a mission right now, but Simba is also looking for a podium. Calvin 8/10 behind.
The Stube and Gatian swap places. The Woody Boys tactically playing games there.
Yep. Still,
Speaking of Woody Boys, rumour has it I'm being sacked by Williams.
well, that's not a surprise.
Whoa.
It's alright, I'm being sacked by Alfa Romeo as well.
Ah. That is a surprise.
Everyone's
We've
been
both had
sacked
podiums.
by everyone.
We've had podiums with our low running teams.
Yeah,
and
well, Andreas Seidel though told me that I had at least 2 opportunities for wins.
you
and
have
didn't take
shown
them.
great dishonour.
I have. One of them was down in Abu Dhabi Straight. It wasn't
Oh.
Abu Dhabi Do. And the other one was, I think in Jeddah, actually. My favourite circuit. Well, Jeddah and Singapore. Call Me the Braves had a moment because he's dropping down 15th, 17th now, down to 18th. And
That's a shame.
last. 8/10 of a second, Alex on Simba. Simba's just slowly dropping back from Calvin.
Crucially, Calvin is slowly dropping back from Mark, which is
He
a
has.
vital thing for the championship.
Yep. Remember, Mark's on the fastest lap of the race, so he has taken 26 points at the moment compared to Calvin's 18. The gap was 20 points coming into this. That would put it up to 28.
Means Hodgie could wrap the title up next race, in theory.
He could do, but knowing the fact that you just seem to jinx people.
Yep, Hodgie's also set a purple middle sector. I'm just on board
Has
with him now.
indeed.
He's flying.
Yes, DRS is going to become active at the end of this lap. Alex will be a happy man to hear that because he's gained completely. There is 132.6 from Hodgie.
Calvin getting on the ERS now, though. He wants to get back into ERS range.
He does need to, though. This is the fundamental part. He needs to get back onto the DRS trail of Mark. He's got 6 laps. Oh,
he's lost a lot. He's lost about 4 or 5 tenths since 130R.
Keep an eye on it, though. It's one of these circuits that does tend to it ebbs and flows, shall we say.
Indeed.
But the two out front are pushing away. Let's just jump back now to the battle for third, the final podium place. Actually, we could jump back to the battle for fifth, which is currently led by Wumax, with Chris in the middle and Sociopath at the end.
Thomas Horner's having a quiet but successful race, and I hate to think that might change him, but he's having a fantastic come through. Single Track's had a moment, being passed by Lorpy and Monster and Brave, so Single Track's rounds. Lost at the Kobayashi hairpin.
Not good.
No. 9.
No.
So Monster's recovering, back up to 14th, by the way, since the restart.
Yep, we're on board with Calvin.
Yeah, he's back in DRS lane, less than 7 tenths, coming into the Triangle Complex.
Yes, indeed. The Casio Triangle there is the Ferris wheel. Calvin seems to maybe not have the grip coming out of the Casio Triangle that perhaps we would hope he would, or we would think that he would, certainly. Oh, Mark spun it! Coming out of turn 1! We see it coming out! And that has given... See, to be fair, I'm blaming you. Oh, Thomas Hornets also spun it. I think he was maybe trying to avoid him.
Both of them are my fault. I've cursed them both. Oh no.
At the moment, Calvin is suddenly up into 25 points here. Mark is only going to be on 8 points. 9 points.
That's 9.
So he's 9 points. So at the moment, the championship lead will 16 slump
swing.
To
4 point lead.
Well, yeah. Wow. Bart Van Schingel, quite rightly, says, Chris, your fault.
Yeah, that's Jackster. Jackster, don't you tell me what I've done wrong. I know what I've done wrong.
I know what you've done wrong. And we were on board with Calvin for it. And don't get me wrong, though, right? Mark can come back at Sociopath and he can come back at Wumax. This is now damage limitation for the championship leader. He will be kicking himself and swearing in that McLaren cockpit, but he just has to settle down. It could have been a lot worse.
Indeed, he's still in P6 and he is still very much in the picture for a podium.
He is indeed. This is indeed damage limitation. What may have been is not the point anymore.
But Simba is actually gaining on Calvin. He's found half a second in the last lap. Calvin out of ERS, by the way.
Yep. Mark's
so this isn't over.
Nope, it's not. Sociopath's going to go round. Wumax coming into the first corner. We're on board with Mark. We can see he's hoping the two of them come together, but no, they don't. They keep it cleanly now. Mark's going to look to try and go round the outside of Sociopath. They've got to watch that they don't contact. Great move, but they had to watch that they didn't make contact. That was fundamental there.
Incredible driving from all three of them there through those 3 corners.
Yep, Simba gaining on Calvin, as you said, down to 1.2 seconds right now.
Yeah. Calvin's lack of ERS is really hurting him right now. Obviously, he was using that in the fight against Hodge. Simba's now going to take advantage of that, get in the DRS zone, hopefully at the end of this lap.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what they can do.
Alex as well being dragged along with Simba. There's 3 to play at the end of the race here for the lead.
There is 4 laps to go.
Yeah, 3 guys at the front, all in very good contention. Oh, Thomas Horner's gone round again. He's gone round at the hairpin. Oh dear.
Yeah, not ideal in any which way.
No.
Simba is now with... Oh, he's just marginally within... just over a second. He's not going to get DRS this lap. But let's just go on board with Calvin. I want to see the grip. He always upshifts up to 50. It's as if he just doesn't have the grip.
What happens if you have no traction, Gab?
Yeah.
The no traction drivers just have to take it more cautiously.
Yep. 0-1 wings, is it? That gives you great traction, as I know. Doris Day. That's going to impact Mark. They needed
Indeed.
every point they could get. Mark 4 seconds behind Alex.
Although Hodgie now P4 means he'll be on for 12 points rather than this 8 and 9 that he was on before.
13-point swing would reduce the gap to 7. This is the crucial part of this race. Simba needs to get within DRS range.
Indeed, and I've also got to bear in mind here that Alex, if he can get a move on Simba, he's also a huge threat to both Calvin and Simba right now.
Yes, indeed. We are watching as they come through into spin lap 24 out of 27. Remember, in 35 minutes, you'll see what Calvin's taking Simba! He's taking Simba because he didn't go quick enough!
Oh no! And Calvin's got a 5-second penalty. I'm sure that'll get revoked at the end because that's no one's fault. It's just one of those things. But, and Simba's got... Oh wow! Simba and Corey have collided.
Yep. Wow. This absolutely changes. Look, we are
at the back of Calvin.
Yep.
Look who it is.
Is Calvin going to have damage that we don't quite know?
Simba did hit him hard. I would not be surprised.
Mark's going to surely be past him. Yep.
Yep, here we go. Hodgie's going to make the move on the outside. Calvin squeezes him.
Yeah.
Hodgie, will he hold it on the outside? Will Calvin keep it tight?
Hodgie had to run wide. He had to run wide there. Not quite sure if it was a robust defence, I'm sure. But, can I just say,
is running away.
My dark horse is winning.
Careful.
Corey's retired.
He is in the pits.
He's in the pits.
Yeah, I think he did get into a collision when Simba came back on track. I'm not sure how or why or what happened, but there was a collision between him and Simba. I'm sure we'll hear more later. Simba is in the pits, and Ferrari's bad season continues.
Simba's not
on track.
Simba's not going to be a happy man. He was unlucky. The simple fact is Calvin didn't ghost. It's absolutely nobody's fault.
Disaster.
Yep, indeed.
If anything, Simba hitting Calvin probably helps Calvin to get the car back in the right way quicker.
Most likely, yeah. Otherwise, it could have been far worse for the Red Bull driver.
Indeed.
Mandy says he's definitely not happy. Yep.
It's just one of those things. It's racing. It's unfortunate, but as you said, it's no one's fault.
Nope. Alex leading at the moment in the Aston Martin.
You did say earlier he's overdue a race win.
He's overdue a good result. He's had the pace in recent weeks, but just not had the luck. This time, though, could he take that victory? Two championship contenders, both of them have spun of their own accord.
Indeed, they have both dropped it under huge pressure at the end of a very long season.
Is the pressure beginning to build? I'll tell you one thing, Mark's got a much better car coming through the S's. I do just wonder if there is some damage in that Red Bull, but when the Red Bull stretches its legs, it just flies.
It does. I think Calvin has a slightly less striky setup, which obviously half a lap benefits him, the other half benefits Hodge.
Yep.
But Hodge looks so close coming out with Degners, but coming into 130R, Calvin's just a bit further away every lap.
Yes.
But they're catching Alex, by the way.
They are. Alex just needs to see, to be perfectly honest, if I was Alex right now, I would just concentrate on hitting. I would concentrate on hitting every single apex. I mean, it doesn't matter if Calvin, Simba's retired, has spun it.
Lost at the S's.
Yep. But Alex just needs to hit every single apex. He needs to watch he doesn't get a time penalty, but he just needs to hit every single apex. Mark is gaining. We're on board with the McLaren coming in. This is going to be his only opportunity to get past Calvin. Calvin's going to be saving his... And getting Mark, yes, as well. Oh, he has, but Mark got a bit of a better run. Here we go. This is going to be the pass that is going to swing the championship lead again. Calvin's gone up the inside. He doesn't, but he's better up on the inside. Calvin had to give it. He couldn't fight it. Oh, he's going to go on the inside. Oh, he spun it. I think that was a racing incident. I'm calling that straight away. Calling it as we seen it live. And stewards, we only can talk about what we see, but that just looked like a bit of a racing incident there. It was unfortunate. It looked racing incident to me.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Calvin down to now P6.
Alex leading. Final lap of the race, 1.3 seconds clear of this man. So Hodgie on 18 points, Calvin will be on 8. So that 20-point gap at present is turning into a 30-point gap. And let's be clear, 5 or 6 laps ago when Hodgie spun at turn 1, this was not what we were expecting.
No, I mean obviously, well, actually Hodgie there's not enough time really in the lap to get the DRS. So apologies.
Alex is going to take this win.
Sociopath in P3 slowly crept up to the back of
He's your dark horse. So our 2 dark horses, first and third, exactly. I'll tell you what though, my dark horse and compadre is going to take the victory here in Japan in Tier 2. Thoroughly well deserved, because Alex is going to come across the line and win for Aston Martin. The championship leader, though, finishes second and stretches that championship lead to a provisional 30 points. Sociopath in third, Wumax in fourth, Gatian in fifth. Calvin comes across in sixth. Calvin does have 5 seconds penalty for the collision. We will get to that later. Rob is in sixth, Doris, Monster, Calvin in ninth, Call Me the Brave in 10th. Stoop comes across the line in 11th, Carl in 12th, Loppy 13th and 12th. 5-10 minutes ago, this was a completely different race.
Very much so.
That is all I am going to say. This was a completely different race.
The game's driver of the day is Monster. We'll come back to our choices shortly.
Alex has just said, I dedicate this win to me. I said, I've just messaged him saying I called you as my dark horse for the win. But, wow.
Fastest lap to Doris as well. 32.5 fastest lap for him. But yes, driver of the day. Who are you going for, Guster?
Alex.
It's hard to argue. I'd be tempted to say Monster is a good candidate, 18th to 8th. We can have 2, right?
We can.
We can share it, yeah. Monster and Alex.
There we go. Wow. There you go. Alex, all results provisional. Alex takes the 25 points. Mark takes second. Sociopath third. Wumax fourth. Gatian fifth. Genie sixth. Doris seventh. Monster eighth. Calvin in ninth. Likely will appeal those 5 seconds. Call Me the Brave in 10th. Then it is Stu, Carl, Loppy, Dumbest Hornet, who was actually doing really well up until a couple of spins. Single Track and Baby Hornet in 15th, 16th. Then Simba, Corey, Red Car and Fanning. Corey was under investigation anyway. Didn't finish. But wow, is all I'm going to say. That was entertaining. That was entertaining, mildly. Better than watching Coronation Street in Emmerdale.
Indeed, and the best thing is we get to do it all over again in just a few moments.
Well, exactly. Yes, indeed you do. For those keen to know the score, Blackburn Rovers 0, Wigan Athletic 0. There you go. That is the battle in the championship. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, thank you as always. We got there in the end, despite Carl breaking our commentary box. I hope that it's fixed for Mr. Hodgson and Mr. Simba, who will be joining you for Tier 1 in 28 minutes' time. But from both of us, have a lovely Monday.
Good night.